there. Through they go in the sunshine. And it's Matsukura from Kurzbuch from Shimotaki. Silvio Hackler next up. And then Gilles Grosskamp and Dario Balestri at the back. That answers the question, doesn't it? Balestri, who TQ'd for the 10th Worlds and didn't turn that into a victory. What sort of tactics is he playing here? Live timing on the top right-hand side of the screen. Matsukura, Kurzbuch, Taki, Takahara, Heckler, Grosskamp, your top 6. All now just about going fast as they come through past us again. Just a blur as they go past us into the first corners. Again, after the start, this is a long race. It's an hour, about anything from 4:15 onwards. Expect to see pit stops. We've seen people stretch that out to almost 5 minutes. But at that point, it's getting very difficult. I can't see a thing on the screen, so I apologise. I can just about say we're watching a green car at the moment. Coming through, crossing the line and completing the 8th lap. Balestri, we're back, but still on the lead lap. Some 7 seconds behind the leader. Early running. Let's drop back through the field, please, Ash. Second position. That's Kurzbuch, I think. Certainly looks like his car colour. Apologise if you can see better than I can. Somebody's just told me they're looking at on a projector up when he's attic at home. I wish I had that here, although I think it's too late, frankly. That, in fact, is Takahata, isn't it? It's the 5 car. Who knows? So still Matsukura, the Super Pole winner, leading them out. It's just gone past me. Yellow and white car. Now heading through the Shepherd S's. Pick up the leader, please, Ash. Number 2. Coming through to complete another lap. Goes past me. Well done, Ash, thank you. Second, the number 4. That's the green car. And a problem for the number 9. The white number 9 car. It's Alessio Mazzio on the 9. Still trying to see the leader out in the sunshine. I've actually come out of the box now to stand with the spectators here. Here he comes back towards me. And pit stop for the 4. Pit stop for the 4 there. And that looks like fuel only. There's 1, 2, 3 cars in there. So the pit stop rounds have started. magnificent watching at the final Conrad corner. Huge crowd on hand, as we've mentioned. First set of pit stops pretty much over and done with. This is going to be an endurance for everyone concerned. Matsukura still leading it. From Simon Kersbuck in second. Third, Takahata. On the 5, those are your top 3. 1, 3 and 5, battling it out. Let's get back to those leaders. Again, please, Ash, if you're not already.
John, you can head back in now.
Literally looking over somebody's shoulder at their screen there, outside. So now, having moved some spectators and reset ourselves, we're settling back in to watch this one in a little more sensible situation. So let's pick up the leader, number 2, Naoto Matsukura. 27 laps in. His average lap time at the moment, 16.1. So leader by round about 5 seconds after 8 minutes of racing. So stand by for another set of pit stops. Matsukura from Kersbuck, from Takahata, who's another 2 seconds further back. Dario Balestri recovering from a bit of a nightmare start. Balestri 16-0 last time around, back in for more pit stops. Heading back around again. Dario Balestri's now done the same pit stops as everyone else, and he's up to 7th position, and that's a true reflection of the number 1 car. Watching Simon Kersbuck, the number 3, he's in 2nd. Let's drop back to Silvio in 3rd, the number 7. Nato managed to do his last pit stop without losing the lead. 15.9 last time around against his best of a 15.8 for Nato. Heckler has just been into the pits and dropped down, so it's another shake up again. 1 or 2 tyre stops, question mark. And it will it be all 4 tyres or just 2? those were the questions we were asking earlier on. Let's pick up the number 1 car. Balestri coming back through the field. As others around him pit as well. He's on a different strategy, I reckon. Heckler going 5 minutes between fueling stops. Everyone else between 4 and 4.5. So Heckler's just dropped right back, but he'll cycle back through again. There's Balestri on the Infinity. Currently shown in 3rd position. He's quick. Very quick indeed. 15.6 is best. He's the best lap of the race so far. And he's carving his way back through the field. Kersbrook will be his next victim. He's 3 seconds behind him. Sits in 3rd position on an off strategy. Watch out for Heckler coming back through the field when everybody stops too. He's not as quick. But Balestri is on a tear through the Shepherd S's. Now down towards us here at Conrad Corner. He's got a bit of clear air at the moment, which I wasn't expecting to see, and he's doing great work. 16.1, 16 flats, another 16.1 that time around, and this time a 15.978. But Matsukura's just done a 15.8. So it's speeding up here. The guys are getting into their rhythm. "48 minutes to go. Let's go forward, shall we, to Simon Kersbrook, the number 3. That's Balestri. He's only a couple of seconds back now. Got to be heading for the pit shortly as well. So, Ash, if we can move forward to the number 3, who is being closed down on. Well done. That's the Swiss, and he pits. So Balestri will come through and into 2nd position. More pit stops for the leaders. That's Naoto Matsukura going in. So Balestri's going to be close to leading this next lap, believe it or not. No, Nato's got out without losing the lead. He's got such an advantage. Can Balestri come back? Simon Kersbrook now in 3rd position. Shoiki Takahata running long in this run. The number 5. Let's pick up the number 5, please, Ash. And when he goes in, immediately go back to the number 3. 2nd position. For them. In fact, as I said that, of course, he's pitted. Sorry, Ash. And he will drop down through the field. So coming down to 14 minutes completed, Matsukura is very, very fast, and his pit crew are just as quick. Let's see the leader, the number 2, in and out of the pits without losing the lead. 20 seconds for the lap, including the refuel. Everyone else in the mid to late 20s. Mid to late 21s, excuse me. That's a huge amount of gain. There's your leader. Revel in this for a lap. Let's watch it. Through the Conrad corner for Matsukura Nato Matsukura. No major battles at the moment. People still just getting themselves settled in. 5 times the world champion, Matsukura, but his speciality before now has been electric. Touring car world champion and 4 12th world championships in electric racing. He's transitioned across to IC very nicely, hasn't he? And what was that we were saying about inconsistency His lap times are metronomic. I may have cursed him there. His average lap time at the moment is 16.238 for 57 laps when he comes round this time. He's got a bit of traffic though. How will he deal with that? Deep breath through the Shepherd S. His gap is 8 seconds over the field. Tell you what, you can't let this guy get a lap on the field. You'll not catch him. Not even Balestri will catch him. We'll go back to Balestri in a minute. I just want to see this little bit of lappery. There it was. That was fine. Let's move back now to Simon Kersbrook, who is that 8 seconds behind the number 3 of Simon. Miura-san, the mechanic for Nato. So plenty of experience there. Electric finals, 5 or 6 minutes. How is the leader going to cope with an hour? Here's the second place man, Simon Kersbrook. And he's not gaining at all. I mean, he's putting in some cracking laps. 16.017 for Kersbrook, 16.016, and then a 15.9 for Nato ahead of him. Oh my goodness. Pits for Kersbrook. That is on 16.5 minutes. Down and away. Decent stop. Now the leaders come in as well, I think. Balestri's going to go back through. Let's drop back to Balestri, the number 1 car in 3rd position. It's going to be tight between him and Kersbrook after the pit stops. Balestri, all of a sudden, is shown in 4th position. Shoki Takahata's gotten ahead of him on the pit stop cycle. Balestri, though, right at the back at the end of the first lap. And the Infinity driver must be so tempting to get your foot down and try and go flat out from the start, but has to pace himself. He's got Shimotaki right up his tailpipe here. The green car behind is a battle for position. That's 4th and 5th. And this middle portion of the race, or early portion of the race, Balestri may be pacing himself, I don't know. Looks like Takahata dropped away there, and Shimotaki's now in 4th position. Big battles are behind Dario, which we'll have a quick look at. Just pause there for a moment, Ash, and go out. See if you can pick up Gilles Grosskamp running in 5th position in the number 6 car. We haven't seen him. Oh, and into the pits, of course, just as we did it. Tyres going on now. You can see the guys working on the cars, turning them over just to the left-hand side. The 2 guys in the black flip the car over. Other side going on now. And down and away. Now, what was that pit stop for tyres and fuel for Shields? We'll see when he comes through this time. He's dropped way back. 33.2 for that pit stop for Shields. Let's get back up to the front of the field then, where Matsukura is putting on a masterclass at the moment. The number 2 car. He is half a lap ahead of Simon Kersbrook and has put a lap on Balestri. No, not quite. He's coming up to put a lap on. It was all 4 tyres for Gilles Grosskamp, by the way, for those wondering. Clearly saw the mechanics flip his car over. Now, just ahead of the leader, you might just see a flash of Dario Balestri because he's not that far ahead. Well, he's on the front straight anyway, so at the moment Matsukura, Kurzbuch and Balestri, the only 3 drivers on the lead lap. The first man off it, Shoki Takahata, has dropped off the lead lap. Let's move back to Kurzbuch. He's got to stop soon, Simon, in the number 3. Coming to the end of his 76th lap. Kurzbuch. Now, is he going to head for the pit lane here? Yes, he is. Perfect timing. Let's get back to Dario Balestri, the number 1, Ash, while this goes on. And that's tyre change 2. Definitely the right-hand side. Flipped over. Quick release reels. You just push them on. That was neat. Very neat indeed. There's Balestri. He's gone through. Oh, was that a rare mistake by Dario Balestri? My God, it was. It absolutely was. Great piece of pit work from Simon Kurzbuch. He's held on to the lead lap despite his pit stop. Balestri's dropped back a little bit. He's now in 4th. He's done his pit stop. So it's Nato and Takahata, 2 and 5. So let's go back to the number 2 because Takahata has got right up with the leader. Look behind the bright orange car. 2nd place. Keep that a wide shot, Ash, just so we can see what's happening. I think he's pitted. Yes, he has. That was just fuel for Takahata on 22 minutes gone, 38 to go. There's your leader. Super Pole winner. He's, by the way, bettered his lap time in Super Pole by almost a full 1/10 of a second. Now, at the end of this lap, I'll be able to tell you what Takahata has made of it. But I think he's got out in 2nd place here. Yes, he has. So let's go back to number 5, 2nd place. That bright orange car. Coming through the Shepherd S, there it is. Simon Kurzbuch should be somewhere near there as well. Kurzbuch just a little bit further back. That's the 2nd place driver. Stealthed his way up through speed and tactics. Balestri unable to keep up the pace. The ridiculous pace at the front of the field by Matsukura. 15.9 again last time around. This is the 2nd place car, the number 5, Shoki Takahata. Sunshine in the eyes of the drivers. Just a little bit of cloud cover coming over. This is a flag-to-flag race, to use MotoGP parlance. Oh! Little round of applause there. And that, I think, is for Balestri going by Kurzbuch. Yes, it is. So Balestri and Kurzbuch are battling it out for 3rd and 4th position. Let's drop back to Balestri then. The number 1 car. Balestri's just gone through on Kurzbuch, and there's the gap. He's pulling away immediately, so Balestri's not done yet after a stint where he just eased his pace a little bit. He's been stung back into action. There's Balestri, and he's closing in on 2nd now. Just over a second between himself and the Japanese driver ahead, and there is his quarry. The prey, the scent of that exhaust pipe ahead of him is spurring him on. Dario Balestri, our TQ, almost in the same camera shot now as the 2nd place driver, Shoki Takahata. Well, Matsukura went for it from the start. I wonder if that caught a few people out, though. Into the pits for Dario. Let's get on Simon Kurzbuch, please, on the number 3. That was a quick stop from Dario. Kurzbuch, just, I think, they're right together, those two. Balestri and Kersbuk, 1 and 3, battling for third position. So Balestri came in at about 25 minutes. Here's the battles on the track. Simon Kersbuk is just in third position at the moment with that bright yellow rear wing. The car behind with the bright orange is Balestri. They've got traffic ahead. So Kersbuk back into third. Balestri, though, hunting him down. Behind is Takaki. Balestri still trying to get on terms. Looks like he's got a good car under him at this part of the race. Through the parabolica. Look how difficult it is to pass the other traffic. World Championship final, but there's not a lot of places you can make the move without putting yourself at risk, and Kersbuk knows that. Still that traffic playing its part as through comes that bright orange car into the picture. That was a pit stop then for Shoki Takahata, and he's come out right there. There goes Balestri. He gets one. Does he get two? No, he drops back. He's on the grass. And he recovers. But he's dropped ground. Very, very close indeed. Takahata holding on to second. Then Kersbuk, then Balestri. Can't even find time to show you the replay at the moment. Oh, Kersbuk on the curb. And here comes Balestri with the white front. This is the third battle for second, third and fourth we've been watching. Balestri with, again, an uncharacteristic mistake. But he's got back to it now. Second, third and fourth, absolutely together. Magnificent driving from both. Right, let's have a look at that replay if we can, H. See Balestri going for it. Through the Shepherd S. Comes down the inside. Excuse me, that was Kersbuk. It's the one before that I was hoping for. Let's go back to live action for a moment. As Balestri is there putting pressure on. And once again, Shoki, Simon and Dario are together. Fourth, third and second. Oh. Look at this. Shoki must be feeling the pressure of not one but two quality drivers behind him. Keep those three in your sights, please, Ash. Oh, was that a touch? Was that a touch there? Let's have another quick look at that. Dario coming up the inside, out of the parabolic, and no, well, there was a touch, but Kersbuk looked like he was already sliding to me. Let's wait to hear from the judge of fact here, coming down to half distance. We'll go back to that other replay. Oh, wait a minute, here we go again. Dario's in the pits. Right, let's have that other replay from earlier if we may. This was a bit of earlier action. This is second, third and fourth battling. Shoki, Dario and Simon. And for a moment, Dario was through. Looked like he'd made it. And then just drifted wide. Nato and Takahata are close together again as well. 2 and 5. There's Shoki. Where's the leader? He can't be that far ahead, Ash. Haven't seen the leader for a wee while. There he is. Oh, well, he is a bit further ahead. And all of a sudden, those battles have just opened up a bit. Take a quick lap or so with the leader. Half distance in the IFMAR 1/8 World Championship Finals. And we're going to leave Ash on the camera till the end. There's the leader into the pit lane. And he's down and away. without losing the lead again. Let's go down to second place, the 5. Oh! That is the 5. Yes, it is. Shoki Takahata's out. Restarted and on the track, but my goodness, he's lost some time. He'll do well to stay in the top 5 here. 2 and 4 together at the front of the field, Ash. 2 of the Japanese drivers, Shimo on the 4 and Nato on the 2, and here it is, the battle for the lead. Second half of the hour-long fight. Third position for Dario Balestri, and he's quite close as well. Look in the background, he's not that far away. Here's Dario, top 3 in the same camera shot again, into the pits as the leaders continue. And this is the longest stop. That's going to be a tyre change. And Balestri goes across the line now, scored in second. But will have to stop shortly. Matsukura, Balestri, Kersbrook, the top 3 again. There's no way you can put any money on this at this stage, is there? 2 seconds the gap between Matsukura, Super Pole winner, and Dario Balestri, the TQ. Let's go back to Nato Matsukura at the head of the field, Ash. Well, we've got a moment. The number 2 car doing a cracking job at gapping, putting a gap into a world-class field. Through the Shepherd S into the infield. Coming round now to the insanely quick Parabolica. Get the power on and then gather it all up for the Conrad corner. It's been a great comeback from Dario Balestri though. Combination of good driving and a bit of swapping and changing of the potential tactics. No Bruno Coelho in the final. Missed out on Super Pole by 0.013 of a second and then did not qualify through his semi. Oh, magnificent stuff. Pits for the leader. Now, short stop or long stop? Short stop. It was only fuel. Let's pick up Dario Balestri, the number 1, please. Ash. There's the second place driver. He stopped just the lap before Matsukura, so he hasn't been able to take the lead. How frustrating for the Italian. And the gap now between first and second, with another cracking pit stop by Matsukura's crew, is back up to 2 seconds exactly. Kersbrook in third. He's a further 3 seconds back from Balestri. And then another 3 seconds back is Silvio Heschler, who I think if he can keep this up is a real dark horse for a podium. I don't think he can win it unless something odd goes on. There is Silvio Heschler in that number 7, 4th position. He's going very, very long on his fuel. And his lap times are good, you know. Best time of a 15.8, and his average over 124 laps now is 16.6. Right, let's get back to the leaders. Nato and Dario close together, 2 and 1. In the middle of the lap at the moment, Ash. 2 and 1, there we are. And the car just round the corner, there it is. That's the leader. Let's go to Matsukura, the number 2. So Matsukura again, just being closed in on by Dario Balestri. That's your leader with a bit of clear track. Soon as he gets the clear track, Nato is gone. He's taking no chances in traffic, but man is he quick when he gets a clear lap. That's another 15.835. Balestri counters with a 8.16 that time around. Best time for Matsukura, 15.639. Coming down under 24 minutes now. There's your leader in the main World Championship deciding final. We started with an hour on the clock, 24 to go. 5 more pit stops, maybe 4, depending on where you are through your fuel. How are the tyres going to hang out? Should be tyre changes at the next stop for the leading runners. Give them 20 minutes. We know they can do 20 minutes or so without any problems. That was the length of the lower finals. Let's have a quick look in the pits and see who is prepping the tyres. Anybody? We've got a few pit stops ready. There's the number 1 crew. You can see just kneeling down with the fuel gun. Is the tyres for Balestri as well? Well, there he's in and out. No, just fuel for Balestri. So we went over at just the right time. That was Dario Balestri. That was a super quick stop. Kersbeck in, leader in. 21 seconds for Dario. What was Nato's time with the pit stop? They've been so quick. They've been doing 21s as well. Yeah. So the fastest lap of this final now goes to Dario Balestri with a 15.594 against a 15.639 to Nato Matsukura. We saw a 15.571 in practice earlier on in the week. 22 minutes on the clock. That's Balestri. Is he gaining? He's still 2 seconds, 2.3 now. No close battles on the circuit, so let's go back to the leader and see Nato again. Matsukura, the number 2, goes round Conrad Corner in front of us and heads out through the Shepherd S's. Well, even Nato himself in our Super Pole interview, which you saw earlier on if you were with us in the Countdown of Green, said, long runs are not my thing. But he's done a great job here. But he's still got more than a lower final left. Minute and 19 seconds more than a lower final. Take a deep breath. Gather up what you've got left. It's warm. The sun's on the driver's stand. And with 21 minutes now exactly to run for the 2017 IFMAR 8th IC World Finals, Nato Matsukura leads on the Infinity. Still with 2.5 seconds on Balestri in second. There's nothing between these two. 15.998 from Matsukura last time around. Balestri 15.908. They could not be closer if they were battling side by side. What a comeback from Balestri. He's put in some very, very good laps. His average 16.430 for 144 laps. 16.461 for the leader that we're watching now. Let's drop back to Balestri again. See what his form is like before they start the next. Oh, he's got traffic here through Conrad Corner. with the pink tail section and the white front. That's Balestri behind the green car. Yeah, nice driving. Lovely. Hardly lost any time at all. 15.917 for Balestri on the last lap with the pass of the slower car. It's a 15.688. It should be surely pit stops with tyre changes next time around. Let's have a look at the pits again, see who's getting ready. Well, there are teams getting ready. Dario's team putting tyres out there. You can see them in the foreground. Simon Kersbrook's just been in and out. And here comes Dario at the pits now. Watch the guys pick the car up. Now they're not turning it over. Now they do. So the fuel went in first. Right side tyres, flip it. Left side tyres, down and away. Pretty good. Pretty good. And there is our leader, who was in the pits at the same time. You just saw him there. And the two pit stops, 31.175 lap with 4 tyres for Matsukura, 31.033 for Balestri. So the gap between them remains a couple of seconds. All 4 tyres for both of those drivers. They can go to the end on their tyres now. It'll be about traffic and pace. 15.837, 15.855 from Matsukura. He's mental on new tyres. 15.874 from Balestri. So these two drivers on exactly the same strategy. Pitted the last lap, the same lap last time around. There's your leader. Just come out here, Ash, and let's see where Balestri is, what 2 seconds looks like. There he is. He's gone through underneath you now. There he is. That's what 2 seconds looks like on the track. Kersbrook having a lonely race in third at the moment. Shoki Takahata taking half a tenth here. A tenth there out of the third place, but the interest is at the front. Balestri leading out. Man. We move towards the last quarter of the race. Live Infinity coverage on rcracing.tv from France, from Monteur. The 8th track IC World Championships. Dario Balestri, after an awful opening to this race, has put himself back in contention with a string of outstanding laps with great pit work. Back end of his Infinity just sliding out from under him there in the Shepherdess through the Parabolica, though he looks really good, and through the Conrad corner. Identical lap times, 15.759, 15.731, close as you like between the first two. 15.849, 15.739, Matsukura and Balestri. If you're not on myrcm.ch, get on it now. There's live turning. Oh, a little slide there. Balestri pushing. He knows he's got to try and get somewhere close to him. That was a 16.6. Tiny little mistake, but how quickly the time disappears. Matsukura is our leader. Let's pick him up again now. He's starting to get towards some traffic. Oh, he's cleared it already. Where's your money now, ladies and gentlemen? Coming down to the last quarter, 15 minutes and a couple of laps. And this is on a knife edge. Nato Matsukura, great start, fabulous early on, really lit the afterburners, left everybody trailing in his wake, and that in some ways opened up the strategy maybe for some of the other drivers. Dario Balestri, on the other hand, awful start, had to fight his way right from the back, and he's back up into second place as Matsukura picks off the traffic. 2.8, and he's in the pits. Leader in the pits. Just fuel it should be. Yeah. Does Balestri come in as well? He must have. Balestri looking at a bit of clear track ahead of him for a while. He's going to catch traffic in a moment. Still just the 3 seconds. 3.2 now. 3.2 seconds as Balestri hits traffic where he didn't want it. 3.0. Look at the right-hand side, top of the screen. Those are the gaps. Kersbuck with plenty of breathing space in third position. Just the 3 drivers on the lead lap in the podium positions. Kersbuck, in fact, has just lost the lead lap. My apologies. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's right on the end of the lead lap. So let's go to the leader, Nato Matsukura, because he must be about to hit some open track again, and that's when he excels. Yes, he is. Kersbuck some 9 seconds behind the leader. There he is, lapping again in just wonderful style. This has been a driving clinic. Let's head back to Balestri in second. There's Balestri coming through the Shepherdess into the parabolic. It gets right up high there. Takes as much momentum as he can. He's now starting to ride the curb. He's pushing again. 15.772 for Balestri. 15.731 for Matsukura. 15.877 for Kersbuck. They all know it's the sprint now to the finish. 12 minutes to go. Two more pit stops, I reckon. Is there anything left in the locker for Dario Balestri? Well, this might not have been nose to tail, side to side, but just look at the laps. Break this down afterwards, and it's been an extraordinarily well-matched final. Under 12 minutes now. So last pair of pit stops to come. Is Dario closing in? No. Still 2.5 seconds. As Kersbuck comes across the line now, 14.4 seconds behind the leader. Pit stop for Dario. It's just fuel. Next time by. Nato's had his pit stop as well. All of a sudden, timing's gone to pop. And 21 seconds for Dario's pit stop. That's an absolute corker in the pit lane. The number 1 of Dario. Is it? No, my apologies. What's happened to Matsukura? Matsukura's dropping down. There he is. Need to pick up the number 2, please. He's not showing us circulating. Matsukura's out. Matsukura's out. Simon Kersbuck goes into second position. There's a hubbub. I'm hearing from the pits it's transponder issues. Matsukura is still out there. The number 2 is still out there. Pick up the number 2, please, if you will. There he is. He's still out there. So that is a transponder issue. Now let's cycle back. Dario Balestri has been shown in the lead. Let's pick up Dario, because there's a certain amount of concern here. And there's the hubbub that you can hear behind me. The laps not being counted electronically at the moment. Now that was just after the pit stop. So was something knocked awry on the transponder there on Matsukura's timing? Now he's back on timing now. I can see him. He's been shown in 9th position. Oh my goodness. This is extraordinary. He's shown now as 6 laps down. I don't believe that's the case, because we could clearly see him circulating. I was swapping between the timing screen and the screen. Now, one of the screens I've got has the voltages on the transponders, which I can normally take a look at, but I can't see that at the moment. Oh my goodness me. This is going to cause all kinds of issues. Well, if you're watching on the web, you will see Dario leading Simon from Shoki, but Nato Matsukura is in the fight, and it's working again now. The transponder is working again now, but it's intermittent. It's intermittent. Where is Matsukura? Is he ahead or behind? That's the question. Oh, he's off. Who's that off in the middle? That is Matsukura. Matsukura's had a problem with his driving anyway now. And that was a long lap. That was a 26-second lap for Matsukura. And he's off again. Matsukura's gone straight on. Now, is this frustration because of his transponder issues? Here he comes, down towards the hairpin, and he just doesn't get it stopped. Or is there some kind of control issue? He's way off. Looks like he was flat out there. So, whatever happened before, there's the answer. Super Pole winner is out. Naoto Matsukura, leaving Dario Balestri in the lead by 6 seconds. The hour long has been too long for Matsukura, and possibly for the battery in his transponder as well. That leaves Balestri in the lead. He completes his 194th lap. There was more than just transponder issues there for sure. Now, whether that was some kind of frustration from the Japanese, in the pit lane on the runner time camera, they are still working right in the middle, beside that red pole in the middle, where the chaps just walked by. That is Matsukura's car being worked on, but he's out of it. There's your leader. Second place. Let's go back now and have a look at Simon Kersbuch, because there's only 2 drivers on the lead lap now. It's Balestri and Kersbuch. There is Simon coming around about another minute before the last pit stops. Kersbuch has played a canny game here. Well, well, well. What drama. So either some fuel in the electrics or flat battery. But Matsukura out, which is such a shame because he'd been driving brilliantly. I think that's a technical issue for him there. I think we'll find that out later. There's Kersbuch. Let's drop back to 3rd place. Couple of laps back in 3rd place. Shoki Takahata on the 5. It's the bright coloured car. There it is, the orange machine. That's third place now. And he has got a lap over Alessio Mazzio. So that's third place. Well, that's taken a little bit of the sting out of it in this last 4 minutes. Let's go back to the leader and pick up Dario. He's in the pit window for the last pits. Where's his pit guys? There they are, standing with his hands crossed. They may have serviced him actually and sent him out. They looked like they weren't expecting him anytime soon, didn't they? It's going to be a 4-minute, 12-second cruise for Balestra. Still got to get it home, of course. Well, is that something as simple as a battery issue for Matsukura, robbing us of the grandstand finish? Pit lane. Dario's guys are on the knee, ready for the last pit stop. He's looking across the track. And here comes Dario into the pit lane now. Caught, lifted, fueled, put down and back out. He will not lose the lead. Kersbuck in second place has just gone through the timing line. So Dario, that's his final pit stop scheduled. And it's going to be a last to first run for the Infiniti of Dario Balestri. Well, you can't take it away from him. He's driven beautifully this week. TQ'd by some margin. 3 top heats out of his 6. Top qualifying runs out of his 6. And down into the 16.4s for the leader and for the rest of the field. It's about holding it together now. New tyres went on at just about 20 minutes, so they should be okay. He doesn't have to lean on them now. He's a good second away from his best lap, a 15.574. It will be pole position, fastest lap and the win and the World Championship for Dario Balestri. Nato Matsukura, by the way, is back on the track, having dropped 25 laps. Came out 3 or 4 laps ago, a little more than that actually. But he will not feature. It's all for pride now for Matsukura-san. So Dario Balestri adding to the list of his achievements. Not sure he'll have any strength to celebrate in a minute and 29 seconds time, but we'll get the reaction on the podium with Ash's camera. Under 90 seconds to go now. And it's really easy paced now. Even that last lap though, a 16.4, and it looked like he was taking it easy, didn't it? The gap, some 5 seconds now as Kersbuck is closing in, but this is management, this is gap management. 2 more laps, 3 more laps possibly at the end of this one. And listen for the roar. Kersbuck will take second position. Only 2 drivers finishing on the lead lap. And it's going to be something like 2:18. 1 more at the end of this one for Dario. So this is his victory lap effectively. He's crossed the line. There's all kinds of celebration down in the pits. Let him finish this lap around. And then let's see the reaction. He comes through, spins the car at the checkered flag. Dario Balestri wins it. The number one driver, there he is, slumped over. Congratulated by everyone on the top there. Magnificent. What a win. TQ, best lap of the race and the World Championship for Dario Balestri for Italy. Alberto Pico giving him the big hug there, his countryman and teammate. Alessio Mazzio in there as well. Just great stuff. Simon Kurzbuch in second. The Italian national anthem ringing out over the French countryside as we have a world champion crown. Dario Balestri has done the triple crown here this weekend. He is world champion in France for 2017. There's the trophy. Raise it high, Dario. Raise it high. TQ, fastest lap, and the world champion. On the strains of the Italian national anthem ringing out over the circuit here at Monto. Thought he was going to drop the trophy down to his pit crew there, who did a great job. Got to have a little bit of sympathy for Nato Matsukura. He was going great. Finishes 10th in the end. Well off the face. Well, stay on Dario if you will, please, Ash. That's great stuff from him as he comes down from the driver's stand. I'm not sure how he can stand up after that. He's loving it. And as he disappears into the milling throng, you stay on him, Ash, please, if you will. We'll just confirm the results. There it is. And Dario being hugged by everybody at the moment. Walk down the stairs again, D. What a week.